actually, right now, this actually happened. And do you want to know where it happened? In Iowa. So this happened in our state that we live in. Oh, let's not play with that, okay, Katie? Because if it falls over, we'll be in big trouble. Okay. It's called Dewey. There's a cat in the library. I'm going to take the book jacket off, but I'll be sure to put it back on when we're done reading it. Keeps
Cat
the book.
paws. I see cat paws.
Okay. Look at all those kitty cat paws.
They look like dog paws.
Every night, people left books in the return box of the library in the small town of Spencer, Iowa. Funny books, big books, truck books, pig books. They left them all. But one night, on the coldest night of the year, someone left a strange surprise. They left a tiny kitten. When Vicky the librarian found him the next morning, the kitten was so cold and scared and very, very dirty. Vicky took one look and decided to give him a warm bath. The kitten went into the sink brown and crying, but he came out orange and purring. A purr is a sound a cat makes when they're really happy.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep you, said Vicky, who already loved him. We'll name you Dewey, read more books. You can live in here and be our library cat. But Dewey had no idea what it meant to be a library cat. So he did what all kittens do. He played. He lounged on the newspaper. He wrote on the book cart. And he knocked pens on the floor. He goofed around with Marty Mouse, snooped in every open drawer, and always found at least one rubber band. Friends who have kitty cats at home, do your cats do any of these things?
My dead kitty cat, she was just nothing as being bad. She was just great.
But what Dewey loved most of all was people. Tall ones, round ones, quiet ones, loud ones. The little ones, however, surprised him. And not always in a good way. He's kind of scared of little kids. Look, Nathan, said his mommy. There's a cat in the library. Nathan bent down and said, Hi, Hooey Dewey. No, said his sister Hanny. It's Dewey, read more books. Dewey squirmed. The boy was petting him in the wrong direction. Dewey loved to be petted, but hated being pet in the wrong direction. So look, I can pet myself in the right direction. And then I can pet myself in the wrong direction. You guys pet yourselves in the wrong direction? Cats don't like that. Dewey was licking his fur back into place when he heard a strange noise.
Hey,
Brooks and Callan. Dewey's ears perked up. He looked around. Dewey sprang into attention and crept slowly toward that sound. What do you think that sound is?
A baby.
Dewey's never seen a baby before. Surprise! The little people Dewey discovered came in tiny sizes too. And they loved to giggle and grab and pull and coo. Babies are wonderful, Dewey thought. They're cute and they smell delicious too.
Or you would take a baby home and eat it for dinner.
A few days later, Dewey went exploring and discovered a secret room in the library. It was the most exciting thing he'd ever seen. It was called Children's Story Hour. Story Hour at the library is kind of like what happened just earlier today when the librarian came. Wowzy whiskers, this looks fun, Dewey thought, as he pushed into the room with his nose. Someone shouted, There's a cat in the library! Dewey froze. Show me your frozen cat face. It was quiet for 1 minute, and then everything went wild. I can only imagine if a cat walked into this room what you guys would do.
I would be like, go away, cat.
Show me what you do if a cat walked into our room. Just walk right in. Show me what you do.
Then I would like
You like it? And the next thing Dewey knew, he was being carried upside down. Oh my, Dewey thought, what should I do now?
It's a little one. It's a little one.
Poor Dewey. Late that night, Dewey talked to his friend Marty Mouse. The library is a wonderful place, Dewey said, but I'm tired of being pulled and poked and carried upside down. I'm not just a cat in the library. I am a library cat. A library cat helps people, I think.
See that
And you'll see it in just a minute. I'll hold it so everybody can see. And I'm 92% convinced that that's the reason I'm around. Marty Mouse didn't say anything. I'm going to do it, Dewey said. I'm going to help people. And he felt so happy that he threw Marty Mouse up into the air, kicked him with his back legs, and slept on him like a pillow. The next morning when the first people arrived, Dewey was waiting to greet them right by the front door. How do you think a cat is going to help people in the library? Do you have any ideas?
Maybe it's gonna help him pick up books.
Maybe. I'll help him decide which ones to get. Let's see what he does. All morning, Dewey acted like a library cat. He read with the mommies and grandmas. He helped Daddy's work. Look at him in Daddy's briefcase. He even shelved books with the library clerk. When he saw little Nathan, he turned a circle and a half so the boy could pet his back from head down to his tail. Remember, petting the right way, not the wrong way. I'm glad we're friends, Dewey, Nathan said. Dewey smiled at that.
That's not Dewey.
By lunchtime, Dewey was worn out, so he found a good box. First, he put his front paws inside. Then he put his belly inside, and he squished himself right in. He wiggled around until he was all the way in the tiny box, and he closed his eyes. That's a very small box for a big cat.
Sleep. He looks so free now.
There's an orange muffin in the library, a girl giggled. Does he look like a muffin?
No.
Fluffy on top and tight on the bottom. So cute. But just as Dewey was about to drift off into sweet kitten dreams, he heard a heavy sigh. A sigh sounds like this. Can you guys make that sound? A heavy sigh. He opened his eyes and he saw a girl on the other side of the library. The sad little girl was reading all by herself. She does look pretty sad, huh? Do you think Dewey can help her?
Yeah. Yeah.
So Dewey climbed up close and he stared at her. She looked the other way. He sniffed her hand, but she wouldn't play with him. He tried knocking her mittens on the floor to get her attention. So she let them stay on the floor. Then he saw her jacket and had his best idea yet. So she hasn't noticed him yet. What do you think he's going to do with her jacket? I'm a little nervous. Silly always works. I'll be a silly cat today. The girl stared at Dewey. You look like a fuzzy hot dog in a purple bun, she said. And then she surprised him. That hot dog cat. She laughed out loud. I love you, Dewey. Read more books, the girl whispered. As Dewey nestled into her lap, he began to purr. This is it, Dewey thought. I am a real library cat, and it feels great. No, it felt better than great. It felt perfect.
Perfecto.